Dear people without Parkinson's, hi. There's a few things that and I think the rest of us would like you to know. First, let me explain a few things about Parkinson's in general, and don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with a 47 slide PowerPoint presentation featuring a little cartoon dopamine molecule named Dopey. It's just there's a few things we would like you to understand. Because Parkinson's is one of those diseases that's known a lot about, but a lot of people don't really know much about Parkinson's itself. So it's a disease, especially young onset, where people often look at the person and they think, oh, they seem fine. And sometimes that's a problem. Parkinson's doesn't always look like Parkinson's, especially in the early parts of young onset. Sometimes I shake. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I can move pretty damn well. Sometimes my body is as frozen as Walt Disney's head. Sometimes I can walk normally and I can talk normally, and sometimes I stumble and slur like a drunk gunfighter, like Doc Holliday. And sometimes we can do something today that we won't be able to do tomorrow. Or we did something today that we couldn't do yesterday. And that's not being dramatic, that's just Parkinson's. So when you meet somebody or see somebody with Parkinson's, there's just a few things that we would really like for you to retire from your vocabulary. That's weird. You don't look sick. Thanks. That's actually the goal. It's called managing symptoms. We're not trying to win the most obviously Parkinson's Person of the Year award. We're just trying to go to work or the grocery store or anywhere without getting weird stares. I just want to be able to pump gas without people afraid that I'm intoxicated and getting behind the wheel. So yeah, we work on looking and feeling not sick, and some days that's exhausting. There's a lot of Parkinson's symptoms you can't see though. Fatigue and pain and dystonia, sleep problems, anxiety, depression, apathy, and just the overall constant battle of trying to get your body to do something your brain has already told it to do. You may see us standing there. We may be looking completely normal. Meanwhile, inside our brain and our body are having some weird bar fight, and Patrick Swayze isn't there to break it up. Oh, well, you're too young to have Parkinson's. Yeah, I agree. I would really like to speak to the manager on that one. I'll go full-blown Karen mode. I'll blow out my hair and put on blonde highlight streaks and capri pants and the whole works. Unfortunately, Parkinson's doesn't card at the door, though. Typically Parkinson's develops later in life, but being young doesn't make it any less real. It just means that we get to experience all this fun stuff earlier than expected. While everybody else gets regular snail mail, we're getting Amazon Prime next day air. Well, you should just exercise more. I mean, you're right. Exercise is incredibly important for everybody, but especially people living with Parkinson's, because it helps slow progression and manage symptoms. But there's a big difference between, hey, you should exercise. It can help slow progression and manage symptoms. Let's go work out together sometime. There's a difference between that and if you had just exercised enough, you wouldn't even have Parkinson's. One is encouragement, motivation. The other one is basically telling somebody with a neurological disease that it's because they didn't hit the treadmill hard enough. And some of the most physically fit and active people I've ever known and ever seen are in the secret handshake club with me. Well, my grandma had Parkinson's and she was fine. Cool. Happy for you. Happy for your grandma. That's awesome. But Parkinson's is not a one-size-fits-all disease. We are all unique little snowflakes. Everybody gets a different version, especially when it hits you at 40 as opposed to 75. Different symptoms hit us differently, different progression, different medication, different medication responses, different age of onset, different challenges, different lives, different situations, everything. It's like we all get our own Magic the Gathering deck with all these different special tools and characters and ability, or Pokemon, if that's your thing, cool. But but just don't use your grandmother as the bellwether for Parkinson's. Your Nana is not my neurologist. Well, you look fine today. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's nice to hear. I mean, it really is. The weird thing about Parkinson's is today does not necessarily mean tomorrow. And yesterday isn't necessarily today. And right now isn't necessarily an hour from now. Medication, timing, stress, fatigue, physical exertion, all of that stuff matters. And sometimes my body wakes up and it just chooses violence, and sometimes it wakes up and it's just pretty okay, and sometimes I'm doing great and I could just dance. Well, not really. I have no rhythm or ability, but that's not Parkinson's. That's just my own stupid, weird, silly, awkward body in the way that it's always been. But if we tell you that we're having a rough one, we're having a rough one, even if you can't see it. Why are you moving so slow? And then followed up by, well, let me do that for you. I mean, why do I move slow? It's because I'm cool as hell. That's why. I'm like Snoop Dogg. La-di-da-di. I wish I was that cool. But no, seriously, one time I was with a group of guys, and somehow I ended up leading the pack when we were walking, which is a mistake. Somebody in the back shouted, "Hey, pick up the pace, Solomon. Why are you moving so slow?" I know, man. I know. I get it. I see it too. I'm fully aware of the situation. And then somebody yelled back to him, "Dude, he has Parkinson's." And this guy's attitude completely changed immediately to almost pity. Slow doesn't mean incapable. Sometimes we just need a little bit more time. And that doesn't mean I need you to take over. So instead of grabbing something out of my hand or doing something for me, just try, "Hey, would you like some help?" And if I say, "Yeah, help me." If I say no, just let me be stubborn and sit back and enjoy the show, because it's gonna be a good one, I promise. You should just try to relax. This is all probably stress. Brilliant. Thanks. Why didn't I think of that? I wonder why my neurologist didn't think of that. Mr. Solomon, we've exhausted all medical options. Have you considered just maybe chilling the F out a little bit? Parkinson's isn't caused by me being insufficiently relaxed. I mean, yeah, anxiety comes with it, but being anxious doesn't mean I'm imagining things. And the anxiety actually can make symptoms worse. When I look worse, it's not because I'm freaking the hell out, man. It's because my system is already working overtime, and stress just poured gasoline on the damn fire. And please do not give us the miracle cure. We love you, we really do, and we know you love us. But if your solution begins with, "Well, I saw this thing on Facebook," I need you to just stop right there and maybe remove your face from my hand's reach, because we've heard all about the oils and the magic mushrooms and the hypnosis and the yogurt enemas and the guy on YouTube who cured Parkinson's by standing naked and barefoot on a volcanic rock during a full moon while playing the sax intro to Seeger's Turn the Page. We appreciate it. We appreciate that you're trying to help, and that's awesome, seriously. But we have specialists, and we have doctors, and we have years and years of research, and more research coming down the line, and we have diets that have been proven effective, and we have detox programs, and we too have Google. Trust me, I can guarantee you that we have already Googled the crap out of Parkinson's. So I'm sorry your life has been cut short, or something just as condescending or pitiful. It's talking to us like we're broken. People who speak louder and slower, don't confuse having Parkinson's with being Parkinson's. I'm still me. I still have ambitions, and I still have opinions, probably bad ones. I still make inappropriate jokes. I still accomplish things. I still work. I still laugh. I still make mistakes, but I'm still useful, and I still want to be challenged, and we still want to be treated like human beings, not fragile porcelain figures that somebody found at a thrift store. I mean, sure, some things are harder now. Some things take a lot longer. Some things require adaptations and accommodations, and some things may eventually require us to say, okay, yeah, this one's on you. You take this one, buddy. But don't make the mistake of assuming that because Parkinson's has changed some of what we can do, that it's changed who we are, because that's where we all draw the line. Parkinson's messes with our movement, our sleep, energy, mood. It can screw with our whole body and mind in ways that we wouldn't wish on anybody, even our worst enemies. But what it doesn't get is jurisdiction over our identity. So if you know somebody with Parkinson's, here's what I ask, what we ask. Please don't pity us. Don't underestimate us. Don't compare us to somebody else's Parkinson's experience. Don't assume that just because we look okay, that we feel okay. And don't assume that just because we look a little rough, that we aren't trying. Don't assume that because something is more difficult, we're incapable of doing it. Instead, listen to us. Ask us what we need. Give us time when we need time. Help when we ask for help. Laugh with us. Make some silly jokes with us. Let us bitch about Parkinson's occasionally without trying to solve it. And when we make the decision to do something that Parkinson's knows we can't do and we probably should, and you want to stop us from trying, don't. Just cheer us the hell on, because we're not asking you to understand exactly what it's like to live inside all of this rebellious teenager living inside of our brains. We're asking you to understand something much, much simpler. We're still here. We're still pushing. We're still laughing. We're still kicking ass. Parkinson's is here. I mean, okay, fine. It's going to be renting out this space for the rest of my life. Squatters' rights, whatever. But it doesn't own the joint. So to you and to all of us, don't worry. We've got this.